Hi there, welcome again to your breath and meditation class with me, Lorian. We're continuing our discussion of integrity, or putting the pieces back together, reintegrating. That's our focus for this month. So I wanted to start today with a little bit of a kind of a grounding technique. Just check to make sure we've got some volume here. There we go. So we're going to start with a little bit of a grounding technique. This is a little short vocalization. So find your way into a comfortable seated position. You don't have to sit cross-legged. This is just the most comfortable for me. But you can sit on a chair or on the floor, whatever works. And then place your hands around your someplace comfortable across the top of your chest. As we vocalize the sound ah, I want you to feel the vibration through the bones of your chest, through the rib cage, into your fingers as you make this sound. So empty the breath out, all the way out right now. And then together we'll inhale. Okay, just notice how that feels. That vibration, that sound, the breath. Kind of like coming back to home. All right. So now we're just going to take the hands, palms facing up, and just rest them someplace that's comfortable. The next time you take a breath in, gently curl the fingers in towards your palms, like you're making just a very loose fist. Maybe like you're holding a baby bird in your hand. And then as you exhale, slowly release the fingers back out, keeping the fingers pretty relaxed. So inhale and just curl the fingers in. Exhale, open the palms back out. Do that a few more times with your own pace, your own rhythm. Might be a little faster or slower than mine. We're just going to take this time to reset. Whatever came before, whatever's coming next, we're just going to be right here with this breath. One more breath like that. And the next time you take your breath in, just bring your hands up, back up to your chest, but leave the hands a few inches away from the chest. As you exhale, just slowly extend the arms forward, like you're pushing the air away from you using the backs of your hands. And then inhale, draw the air back towards you. It might help to visualize being in water, pushing the water away as you exhale, and then pulling the water towards you as you inhale. Pushing out as you exhale, and pulling in as you inhale. Do that a few more times. A little bit larger of a movement than just opening and closing the fingers. So you'll have to move just a little bit quicker in order to travel over that space in the time that it takes to breathe, unless you want to slow your breath way, way down. Okay, so this next time you push out, pause the movement, take a breath in, and then as you exhale, expand the arms. Again, it may help to imagine floating in water. And then inhale like you're wrapping your arms around a great big tree. Exhale and expand. So those are the two actions. It's expansion and contraction. So inhale, contract, wrapping your arms around something. Exhale, expand, releasing. Do that again a couple more times. Using a little bit more of the upper body in time with the breath. Okay, so now we're going to put all these movements together. So we'll inhale, contract and pull in, and then exhale, push out and expand. Inhale, contract and pull in. Exhale, push out and expand. Contract, pull in, push out, expand. One more time. Contract, pull in, push out, expand. Okay, and then just let your hands rest for a moment. Let your shoulders rest, really. We're going to place one hand on the belly, and then one hand back on the chest. And this time we're going to vocalize the sound O. You won't feel much vibration here at the abdomen because the sound really vibrates through the bones, and this is all our soft area. But I want you to experience how the belly retracts and pulls back towards the spine as you drag out the exhale to make the O sound. Okay, so again, we're going to empty the breath out to begin. Together we'll inhale. You might notice that that O was a little bit longer than the ah. So each time we vocalize, it gets a little bit longer. Okay. So next area we're going to focus on is the shoulders. If you are leaning up against something, you'll want to come a little bit away from that backrest. And then just take your hands together, almost like you're shaking hands with yourself. Notice it's not a clasping. It's actually palm to palm, and then all four fingers wrap around. So handshake, and then just very slowly begin to bring one fist towards one shoulder. Bring your fist towards one shoulder. Feel that stretch across the shoulder, and then extend the arms, and then over to the other shoulder. And extend the arms. And go back and forth that way, nice and slow, just kind of feeling into the shoulders, what's going on in there today. Now you can stay with this going shoulder to shoulder, especially if you're healing up anything in the shoulders. Or if you'd like, you can come all the way overhead and then extend. And do that again, but the other direction. And extend. So around and extend and around and extend. Now, if you're doing the full circles, what I want you to notice is whatever hand is on the bottom, that's the pulling hand. and it switches. Half of the circle, it's one hand, half of the circle, it's the other. So I'm pulling with my right hand, and then I get over to the other side and I'm pulling with my left hand. So allow that hand to really create a sensation, a stretch, and a challenge even. Okay, next time the arms are straight, go ahead and release the hands. Bring your hands down to your lap, and you're going to just start to circle the whole torso around. This is where you want to make sure that you've got room behind you so that you don't miss the opportunity to go backwards. Not back in time, but just behind you. One more in this direction. And then we reverse. Last one. Okay, we're going to reverse again. This time I want you to keep your head pretty much still and just allow your rib cage to circle around. Can you imagine, let's say we put your torso in a big barrel and you're smoothing out the inside of the barrel. And the first time you do this, it'll be super awkward and weird, but then it gets easier the more you practice. One more this direction. And then we reverse. You might not be able to see from the front, but I'm going behind as well. Front, side, back, side. Okay, and then come to center. And now we're going to kind of use the rib cage as a swing, swinging between the two shoulders. So swinging forward and swinging back, and swinging forward and swinging back. It's part of that rotation that you just did. And you might even pull a little bit against your legs. That's if you're sitting cross-legged. If you're sitting with your feet on the ground, that may be a little harder to do. Just going back and forth. What I want you to feel is more of a mobilizing around the ribs, between the ribs. These are muscles that they're secondary breathing muscles. Okay. All right, so then coming back to center. Now let's just do a little bit of massage. It's going to be just a very simple little massage. So just start by taking your right ear to your right shoulder. And you're going to bring the right hand up to the side of the neck, the left side of the neck that's being stretched. And just very gently, kind of making little circles. Super, super light touch here. Okay, and then bring your hand slowly down to the ridge of the shoulder. Okay, and where you feel kind of this, if you bring your fingertips over the edge a little bit and drag forward, you'll feel kind of this ropey sensation in your muscles, right? That's where the upper trapezius muscle lives. So just bring your hand back there and almost like you could pull this muscle forward. Go ahead and drag. Oh, that feels so good. Okay. And then slowly bring your head back to center. And we'll go to the other side. So left ear to left shoulder. And you just start with the part of the neck that's being stretched. And I always go just very, very light here. There's some structures along here that are sensitive. So you just want a light caressing touch. And then start to make your way down to the upper ridge of the shoulder. This is where the touch can go a little bit more intense. Yeah. And then you're going to start to feel for that ropey muscle. And then imagine that you could drag the muscle forward and down, almost like you can pick it up and drag it over your shoulder. Oh, that feels really, really good today. And we're just getting into these muscles because a lot of times when we do breathing exercises or meditation, we fall into habits, postural habits. And one of our postural habits is to kind of hunch forward. All right, go ahead and bring your head back to center. Notice how that feels. Okay. Now I'm going to come just a little bit closer so you can see. I'm going to bring the hands together and just create a little bit of friction, a little bit of rubbing. And in a moment, I'm going to cup my eyes and create a little bit of a dome over the eyes. I don't want to push on the eyes themselves. I just want to create a kind of a dark space for the eyes to rest. Okay? So go ahead and cup over your eyes. See if you can block out all the sight. Take a few breaths. Feel the warmth of your hands. And then we're going to finish our series of vocalizing with the sound like you've tasted something very yummy. Empty your breath out. Take a breath in. And now keeping the fingers lightly touching your head, go ahead and pull your fingers open and bring your thumbs down near the flap of your ears. You're going to let your fingertips rest on the top of your head. The thumbs are near the flap of the ears because in a moment I'm going to ask you to plug your ears. And we're going to do that same humming sound, that sound, but you'll do 5 of those on your own in a way that is sustainable. So if you're dealing with a headache today, or if this just starts to bother you, agitate you, you can do it very quietly, very gently. All right. So let's begin by lengthening the spine, because remember I said that we have postural habits that come in, and one that happens here is that we collapse the back of the neck. So lengthen the back of your neck nice and tall. And then when you're ready, plug your ears and hum 5 exhales. ready, go ahead and release your hands. If your eyes are closed, open your eyes. Take a few moments to breathe. Smooth, steady breath. In and out through your nose. Still with your tall spine, again place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and just feel, with your slow, steady breath, feel how your body responds to breathing. Feel how your belly rises and falls, chest rises and falls, whole torso expands and contracts. Lightly rest the tip of your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Feel how that separates the molars. Okay. Now the hand that's on your chest, move it down to your belly. And we're just going to focus mainly on the abdomen and how the belly is expanding and contracting, or kind of like our hands before, pushing out and pulling in. But there isn't really a pushing out. It's more of a relaxing, letting go of the belly on the inhale. And there certainly is a pulling in and a contraction on the exhale. Notice that. So allow the inhale to be more of a release of that contraction, similar to when you were, relaxing your fingers. And then start to make the exhale a little bit more forceful or more intentional. Notice the muscles that get involved as you do that. Maybe the buttock muscles or the back muscles start to grip. And if it's possible, can you do this in a way that doesn't let that gripping happen? Isolating just this area if possible. It's a good idea for this next exercise to possibly have some Kleenex nearby. We're going to do something called skull shining, or Kapalabhati, or Kapalabhati, depending on how you say it. And skull shining requires you to intentionally kind of push the air out quickly on the exhale, and then allow the inhale to be relaxed. And this creates a kind of a scooping in the belly. Sometimes if you're learning this for the first time, it can feel more natural to force the air out and push your belly out. And that's not what I want you to do. I want you to draw the belly in as you exhale the air out. So let's just work with that a few more times. Exhaling out, draw the belly back towards the spine. Stay tall. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, contract the abdomen, pull it back towards the spine, staying tall, and then inhale and relax it. Now we're going to go a little bit faster, breathing in and out through the nose here. We're going to go just a little bit faster and create a little bit more intensity to the exhale. The inhale is going to be passive. Just trust that you'll get the breath in. So on the exhale, you're going to expel the breath out at the same time that the belly contracts. And then inhale, you relax. Try it again. Exhale, expel the breath out. Inhale and relax. Exhale, expel the breath out. Inhale and relax. Do that one more time at this pace. And then let's see if we can go just a little bit faster. Okay, and then take a few breaths, just resting, seeing how that feels. So everything is done through the nose. If you were plugged up today, if you're congested today, then I don't recommend doing the forceful breath out. Just return to the feeling of the belly contracting and expanding, okay? If your nose is open, your airways are open, then you're welcome to speed this up a little bit. As you go faster in Kapalabhati, the distance that your belly travels, it becomes smaller. So the quicker the pace, the more shallow or more subtle the contraction at the abdomen. Now, something to look out for here is sometimes it may appear on the video that my chest is going up and down or my shoulders are going up and down. And really what we want to focus on is just in the abdomen. Okay, we want this to be not forced, not locked down, but we want it only to be as a natural result of this area being the primary moving area, okay? So now I'm gonna do about 20 rounds at a little bit faster pace. Join me if you can. Empty the breath out, and then we inhale. And then just breathe naturally. See how that is. So skull shining is often practiced as a precursor to meditation. Therapeutically, it's practiced as a part of a series to help, well, for me, it helped with my daily allergies. So it kind of was a cross training for my sinuses. All right, so we're gonna do another round of 20 like that at that pace. And this time I'm going to, here, I'll do it this way. So I'm just gonna let you see my belly so you can see how it moves. I'll come from the side. So this is my relaxed abdomen. I'm not pushing anything out. And then you just breathe naturally. The tip of the tongue is still resting lightly against the roof of your mouth. And there is an equal lifting up of the pelvic floor, equal in effort or force. Just this very gentle, light touch of the pelvic floor rising up. Okay, so we're gonna do one more round. This time I'm going to do 30, but I'm gonna do them a little bit faster. If you can pick up the pace, great, as long as you can keep all the elements of Kapalabhati straight, meaning exhale, the belly goes towards the spine, and the upper body is not involved in the forceful action, just passive, okay? So begin whenever you're ready. And then return to your regular breath. If you need to clear the sinuses, please do. Oftentimes this will help you to clear the sinuses. But just notice how it feels in your mind. You know, that was a lot to focus on, a lot to concentrate on. And that may be really beneficial to you if you're looking to let your mind attend to something other than your thoughts. Okay. So now we're going to come into a little kind of precursor meditation practice, a prep for meditation. And it I'll invite you to imagine a labyrinth, right? A kind of a little maze. Oftentimes people will walk labyrinths as part of their meditation or their prayer practice. So this is a labyrinth on your hand. And the idea, just like when you're walking a labyrinth that's on the ground, the idea is to be very mindful of every part of the labyrinth, mindful of your breath and your thoughts. And every time you come to a transition, a curve where you change position, it's an opportunity for you to take note if your mind has wandered. And then you come back. And then you do something else and your mind wanders and you notice and you come back. And you do that 108 times a minute. It's just part of the practice. So we don't beat ourselves up. We're not violent about the fact that our mind wanders, but we do utilize this tool to help us stay focused, or really to learn how to refocus when we lose focus. Okay. So I'm going to show you this labyrinth in the palm of your hand technique. Kind of artificially. I'm going to hold my hand up. Let's see, I think this would be best. Hold my hand up here. And I'm going to hold the dominant hand up. Maybe right here would be better. I'm going to hold my dominant hand up. So it'll be the index finger of my non-dominant hand will be doing the tracing. But in reality, you're not going to hold your hand up like this for 30 minutes. This is too long to do. So once you get the hang of it, you're just going to put your hand down in your lap. I usually bring my hand down to my knee and then I swing it into the lap so that my hands are pretty much in my lap, even though one is moving. Okay. So the labyrinth, tracing the labyrinth of your hand will go something like this. You'll start at the base of your thumb. And on your next inhale, you'll just slide your finger up towards the tip of the thumb. Exhale, slide your finger down towards the webbing. Inhale, slide your finger up towards the tip of your index. Exhale, slide your finger down to the webbing. Inhale, slide your finger up to the tip of the middle finger. Exhale, slide your finger down to the webbing. Inhale, slide your finger up to the tip of the ring finger. Exhale, slide your finger down to the webbing. Inhale, slide your finger up to the tip of your pinky. Exhale, slide your finger down to the kind of base of the knuckle of the pinky, right? And then to complete one round, you retrace your steps. So on your next inhale, you come back up to the tip of the pinky, and then exhale down to the webbing. Each of these points, as you inhale, go up. Each of these points is an opportunity to pause and reflect on where your mind is. Inhaling up to the middle, tip of the middle finger, exhaling down to the webbing. Inhale up to the tip of your index finger, Exhale down to the webbing. Inhale to the tip of your thumb and exhale to the base of your thumb. Right? So that's one whole cycle. So, but again, we're not going to hold the hand up. You're going to bring one hand down and maybe even into your lap. Maybe set it on a desk in front of you, whatever is comfortable for you. But be sure to move at the pace of your breath, right? It doesn't gain, you don't gain anything by going faster. Move at the pace of your breath. Feel both from the perspective of your index finger that's tracing of the non-dominant hand, as well as the fingers of your dominant hand that are receiving that trace. Feel those sensations. Feel the sensation of your breath. And notice whenever your mind wanders to come back to this whole experience. So place your index finger of your non-dominant hand at the base of your thumb. And whenever you're ready, begin. Be aware of any tendencies to rush, to grow bored, to get distracted. Now, the next time you complete your labyrinth, you come all the way back to the base of the thumb. Just let the practice go, resting your hands and sitting quietly, focusing your attention on the rise and fall of your breath. Take a few moments to shift as needed so that you feel extremely comfortable. You might even lie down if that's the most relaxing position for you. Once you've shifted, take a few moments, take a few breaths. Really let your body settle. The weight of your legs and hips, arms. If you're resting on the floor, release the weight of your head and shoulders. Noticing again the rise and fall of your breath. Allow your attention to drift to the top of your head. Just feeling the very top of your head. Imagine a time when you felt very relaxed, completely safe. And maybe a ray of sunshine is falling on the very top of your head, allowing you to feel more connected and at ease, able to receive only the healing parts of sun. In a moment, I'm going to highlight different parts of your body, and you might find that same warming or lit up sensation as you bring your attention to these parts of your body. There's no need to flex or move or do anything other than become aware of these different parts of your body. Allow your attention to now drift down to the center of your brow, to the tip of your nose, to your upper lip and your lower lip, to your chin, and down to the pit of your throat. Notice your right collarbone, your right shoulder, right elbow, right wrist, right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, right collarbone, the pit of your throat, left collarbone, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, your left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, left collarbone, the pit of your throat, the center of your chest, your right nipple, the center of your chest, your left nipple, the center of your chest, your solar plexus, pubic bone, right hip, right thigh bone, right knee, right shin, right ankle, right heel, the sole of your right foot, the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, the sole of your right foot, your right heel, right ankle, right knee, right thigh, right hip, pubic bone, left hip, left thigh, left knee, left shin, left ankle, left heel, sole of your left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, little toe, the sole of your left foot, your left heel, left ankle, left knee, left thigh, left hip, pubic bone, the whole right side, the whole left side, the whole front of your body, the whole back of your body. Now feel your whole body and breathe. Breathe through your whole body. Anytime your mind wanders, come back to feeling your whole body breathing. Begin to notice the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands. Start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Start to gently blink your eyes open. We're going to close by taking the individual sounds of Om, the Ah, O, and and stringing them together for the sound of Om. So we've already done these separately, right? We vocalize the Ah sound, the O sound, and then the sound. So begin by emptying your breath. And together we'll inhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Take a moment to feel the various parts of you fitting together like pieces of a puzzle so that you feel whole, you feel intact, reassembled. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful week. Take care.